collectors of the world, I have a Masters Universe Classics Tongue Lashor, and he's part of the Evil Snake Man. Major shout out to my buddy Nick. Thank you for getting me this figure. He's a bit older. He came out a few years ago from Matty Collector, and I was never able to get him. He's the Evil Snake Man creature with a venomous tongue. Wait a minute, shouldn't that be Evil Snake Man creature? Oh well, whatever. On the back has some of the other Snake Men that are available. Also the bio. It's funny, I didn't know his real name was Casher. Real quickly, the bio on the back reads, armed with a quick licking tongue that shoots out to reach enemies in battle, Tongue Lashor infects his foes with a dose of vile venom. Although he is loyal to King Hiss, he was brainwashed by Evil Lyn into serving the Overlord of Evil for the time being. Tongue Lashor is an extremely brutal creature, more openly vicious than other Snake Men, but still cowers before King Hiss, like all the others. He likes to lash his tongue at just about anything, even his comrades, to shake them up once in a while. Like Rattlor, Tongue Lashor eventually became a member of the Evil Horde after he was passed over for promotion in favor of Cobra Khan. Flicking his forked tongue, Tongue Lashor stuns his foes with venomous lick. So that's about enough with that. Let's go and open this guy up. And here he is. He comes with an alternate head, which I'll show that in play in a second. He also comes with his dragonfly weapon, which if you look at it pretty close here, it does have a pretty good detail to it. Even though it is only one tone, still I think the sculpt they use is pretty good. The way it was in the packaging, one of the wings is bent downwards. I'm probably going to have to use a hairdryer to bend that back up. I am quite happy that they sculpted an arrow on top, so this does look like a real crossbow. He also comes with a snake staff, which the vast majority of the Snake Men figures all included one with a different color. Or at least maybe the higher-ups in the Snake Man army had them, although King Hiss was probably the only one that really used his staff. You can see a close-up of his face. You can't really look him in the eye unless you turn him to the side. I love the sculpted snake symbol on his chest. And oh my god, he's got bat nipples! Tongue Lashor was unique among the Snake Men because he had these weird frog, gecko kind of like hands. He didn't have the standard type of hands that the other Snake Men had. In fact, I always thought of him as being like an amphibian kind of character, especially with the long tongue. But then again, I mean, maybe that was just something they were just trying to differentiate him from the other Snake Men. On his arm, he also comes with a Horde symbol. It's removable if you decide to take it off. It takes a little bit of effort, but it does come off just for those of you out there who don't want to have it on there. But I think it's kind of cool just to keep it on to show that he did have the allegiance with both the Snake Men and with the Horde. Look at these feet. I mean, again, this is very unique amongst the other Snake Men, and I'm glad that they did include this in the Classics figure. And here he is with his long extended tongue. Damn, doesn't he look evil? I mean, if you compare the two heads, the first head almost looks like he's cute and lovable, but the second head, damn, you don't want to mess with this guy. You can see his long green tongue. He's also got these two spikes poking out on the side, and looking at his jaw, he's got that whole snarly thing going on. On the back, he's got these sculpted ridges, which again makes me think that they're like warts similar to a frog. But very cool figure. Let me go through the articulation real quick. He's got movement in his head, obviously. Upper arm movement, bicep movement, elbow movement, wrist movement, mid-torso movement, waist movement, upper leg movement, knee movement, and very difficult ankle movement. Maybe it's because I'm a sucker for bright colored figures, but I love this guy's color scheme. I really feel like they nailed this. I know it's based on the 1980s figure, which I wish I had to show as comparison, but I do like how they did the purple and the pink or puce, whatever color this is, that's the offsetting of the purple, plus the orange in the front. I mean, I think they did a great job. To show us a comparison, I do have the Staction figure that came out from the 2000 series of the Masters Universe figures. As you can tell, Tongue Lashor in that series was much larger in comparison to the 1980s figure, and of course in the now Classics figure. And I'll completely admit that I love the Staction figures that came out from the 2000 series, especially Tongue Lashor, being that he was much bigger than a lot of the other Snake Men. Finally, I just wanted to show Tongue Lashor next to some of his fellow Snake Men. Personally, I think he looks great. I love him. I think his color scheme and his sculpt is awesome. I think he's probably one of the best ones out of the Snake Men, but that's just my own personal opinion. If you want to find him, I think he's on Amazon and eBay for a fairly cheap price. He's not too expensive. He's no longer on Matty Collector, although he may come available sometime on Super 7's website. Who knows? Anyways, with that, thank you guys for watching me in this toy review, and I'll join you guys in another one very soon. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hey, if you're still watching this video, let me remind you, check out my Patreon site when you get a chance. It's patreon.com/gaycomicgeek. You become one of my patrons, you get to see some extra pictures, videos, photo shoots, extra little things that I only show to my patrons. So check it out when you get a chance. I'd really appreciate it.